Yeah, welcome to our daily show. Yesterday at the World Cup on Nigeria's Fans Forum. My name is Olufemi Ashaolu. I hope you are having an awesome time at the Mundial going down in Qatar. Today, of course, is day 5, and today there will be matches. This is the day we've been waiting for. Of course, in a few hours from now, Cameroon will be kicking off the day with their game against Switzerland. And of course, the Black Stars of Ghana, we are praying and hoping that they will do us proud when they take on Portugal later in the day. But let's get started by looking at what happened yesterday at the tournament. And of course, barriers down to start from Morocco. Morocco got a draw against Croatia. Last time, finalists remember that Croatia, of course, they lost to France 4-1 in the final of the 2018 edition in Russia. And of course, the shock of the day was Japan's victory over Germany. That was very, very shocking. It was almost in the same breath as the surprise that Saudi Arabia pulled over Argentina days ago. Welcome once again. I have Ilkay Gundogan and James Agrebi joining me via videos so that we'll do this together. Guys, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, Femi.
Thank you, Femi. Always a pleasure.
Okay, so let's get started. James, I'll start with you. Morocco, I know we talked briefly about Morocco yesterday in our preview of the Ghana game, but again, we can't have enough about it because of course, a lot of people didn't give Morocco and Tunisia a chance in this tournament, at least in their first games, and they've proven that, like how they said, they can be very, very organized, and they proved that against Croatia very quickly.
Yeah, a good one for them. Just like what we said about the Tunisian team, the most important thing about what Morocco did was that they did not lose the game. Even when they tried to win it, unfortunately they couldn't, and the most important thing is they didn't end up losing, which is very, very vital. So going to their next game, hope that they'll be able to secure a win, because playing against the last year's finalists, you know, and coming up with at least a point, I mean, it's a good one for them. So hopefully they will build on this. Now Africa has the 2 points, you know, one for Tunisia, one for Morocco. You know, so I don't know whether to say, maybe because the World Cup is in the Arab country, so it's like Tunisia, Morocco, they are feeling at home, you know, because the fans and you know, you just feel that these guys they are home away from home, you know, so it's a good one for them. And like I said, the Croatian team is not like the team that we saw last World Cup in Russia. You know, they've aged. You know, they've added 4 more years to their age. You know, so it's not like what we saw in 2018. So I just hope that they will build on this and go on to you know, at least get out of the group, just like what they did in 1986.
Okay, Kayode, Yoruba people used to say, I would try to translate it in English. Yoruba people used to say, I apologize to our viewers who are not Nigerian. I'm Yoruba from Nigeria. They say, that means the person who is really waging war at you is very close by. Japan got 2 goals against Germany, and the 2 guys who scored those goals, they actually play professional football in Germany. They 2-1 against Germany. I'm sure no one, not even the bookmakers, saw that coming.
With all due respect, I think Japan deserved their victory. It was not by happenstance. It was not luck, Femi. As the game progressed, even when they were 1 goal down, I had a feeling that something was afoot, because if you saw the game, you saw that at the point the Japanese were, even when they considered that goal, you will see that they were on the ascendancy. When they scored the first goal, I tweeted, it's right there on my Twitter handle, that the game is 1-1 now. That this goal had been coming for a while, so I wasn't surprised that they scored it, and that I hope we don't see a repeat of the Saudi Arabia-Argentina game. That was what I said. It's on my Twitter and Femi, for anybody who wants to go and verify.
That's why I call you a prophet sometimes, but you don't agree. That's why I call you a prophet sometimes, but you do not agree.
No, Femi, I saw the build-up, the organization, the quick thinking, and the fast feet of the Japanese. And for me, it was, as a matter of fact, I have a Japanese friend. I put a call across to her and I told her that, you know what, the way you guys are going, you're likely going to win this game. And if you do, she was like, she wished they will. And I said, if you do, you are owing me a bowl of sushi. And she said, you know what, I'm going to pay. And when they won, I told her, hey, where's my bowl of sushi? And she said, anytime I'm ready, I should just come. We'll go have sushi. Sushi is a Japanese delicacy. So for me, that shows that this was not luck. As a matter of fact, at this level, Femi, you make your own luck. If you want to be lucky, you have to make it. And that's the lesson for our African teams, that they should believe in themselves. Now we've seen 3 African teams play, we've seen organization. Now we need to see self-belief that, you know what, we can do this. The moment you want to defend, that means you are reducing your attacking potentials. Femi, after you have defended, you have stabilized, the next thing is to launch a counter-attack at your opponent. That's what the Japanese did effectively yesterday. Femi, I kid you not, if that game had gone on, the odds were in Japanese favor to even score another goal, not the Germans. So that's to tell you that it was not by luck. So maybe we have to learn a lot of things from other teams. Africa must learn a lot of things from other teams. Whether they lose or win, there is always a lesson to learn. And in Japan, in the Japan team that we saw play yesterday, there's a lot of lessons that Africa must learn.
Okay, so like you said, I think that was very, very decisive, because I think particularly Asians, they'll be creating upset in this tournament. We hope that Africa, at least from today, we can begin our own upset against the Europeans. And I also hope that the Germans were not really maybe distracted by the controversy that surrounded their coming to Qatar, because remember that initially we heard that Qatar didn't allow their plane to land because of some stuff that was on the plane, as well as you saw them cover their mouths before the game and all that. James, let's talk about Spain versus Costa Rica. I'm sure Spain had it in their mind that this thunder will not strike us. It will not strike us. And they really took Costa Rica to the cleaners. James, 7-0, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they created the World Cup record, James.
Yeah, I was surprised when I saw the scoreline, because I felt, for the opening game, you expect the team to be a bit resolute, but 7 goals, I never saw that coming. The Costa Rican team, they tracked to 2015 when nobody gave them a chance, when they were grouped alongside England, Uruguay, and Italy, and the top group. And the stage from those guys like Brian Ruiz is there, Joel Campbell, the former Arsenal player. Now lose 7-0. I don't know. It's the same thing that they've said the Super Eagles home-based team, if I'm not mistaken. So you don't comment in such a bad thing. I don't know. They still have the Germans and Japanese to play, so I don't know how they're going to gather themselves back first. I think they're trying to show their intention. This is what we're talking about. The game is about scoring goals. If you don't score goals, you're not going anywhere. They took their chances. They saw not of opportunity to stabilize, and they kept scoring. The game have continued to, and this tournament, thing about this tournament is the number of additional time that they always give. And if they are giving like 20 more additional times, Spain will continue to score, because that is now. When it boils down to goals difference, they've taken care of business for outside concern, so I don't know how Costa Rica is going to bounce back from this. For their next game now, Spain will play against Germany, and Costa Rica will play against Japan. And the Japanese with the victory against Germany, they are flying now. So what do you need to do now is to just consolidate on their victory again when they take on Costa Rica. So that for me, Spain. This is how teams would love to start kick off a tournament, because it boosts your confidence, and that's exactly what they did. Scoring goals are plenty. So from them for the Spanish team, but whether they were able to take this victory and build from it, and whether they will be among the top teams that will win the World Cup, that's another thing entirely.
Quickly, so Femi, let me butt in, Femi. Let me butt in. This group is very, very interesting. Now, as it is, you can bet your top dollar that Japan would take care of business against Costa Rica, and then
it's going to be a cracker.
It's going to be a cracker. Whatever happens, you might end up having 3 teams on 6 points. So that's where the Spain's 7 goals
number of goals.
That's where they are 7 goals, because everybody is likely going to beat this Costa Rica team. Then everybody will now beat each other. That's the way I foresee this thing happening. And quickly talking about Costa Ricans, they are from the CONCACAF region. This region, they are known to play a free-flowing football. They don't care about tactics. They don't care about organization. So they will come at you. If you can score 10 goals, all they hope to do is to score 11 if they are able to. But yesterday against Spain, they made their more than their match. So against Japan, you see them come out and play the same way. Against Germany, they will do the same, and they will lose handsomely. They are going to lose handsomely. But let's watch this group, Femi. I think there's something to say in this group, because already I like the way Japan has set themselves up against Germany. Now it's not, everybody before this tournament would think is Spain and Germany out of this group. Now Japan has put themselves in the window. You have to talk about them. They are not a factor. So either Spain or Germany risk going out.
Yeah.
That's what I see in this group.
Okay, Kyle, the system with you. The last game of the day was Belgium versus Canada. Alphonso Davies, the Bayern Munich left back, missed the opportunity to score Canada's first goal at the World Cup. And I don't know, this Belgian team, you know, you expect them, when you look at the crop of players that they have, you expect them to maybe to even conquer the world, but they've really underachieved since under Martinez. And somebody was saying that he doesn't understand why Belgium have to leave Martinez all this long, a coach that struggled in the Premier League with Wigan in relegation for some seasons. Why is Belgium still hanging on to this coach? But that game quickly, Kyle, Belgium, despite the area of stars, they only managed to get one over Canada.
Yeah, the same thing that happened 4 years ago in Russia. I said that before the game that I hope that they are mentally more mature 4 years later. But I saw same of the same. And all credit to Canada. Canada took the game today. If you check the stats after the game, Femi, and this is something everybody can verify, the only thing that was in favor of Belgium was the scoreline.
Was it good?
Every other index was in favor of Canada. Number of shots, number of attempts, dribblings, percentage of possession, everything was in favor of Canada. And the Canadians could have, with a little more maturity, could have taken this game, even before the penalty that was missed. I think I loved, because when I first saw the setup, I saw Alphonso Davies up front. I was like, wait a minute, what's Canada trying to do? This guy is not known to be a forward, but he showed yesterday why he is the biggest player in the Canadian team. And hopefully it's kind of painful that he lost that penalty, because now in his head he will be thinking what could have happened if he scored. Probably the worst they would have gotten would be a draw. But on the basis of what they showed yesterday, all other teams, I'm talking about Canada now. On the basis of what they showed yesterday, every other team in that group better sit up that these Canadians are not here to play. Femi, I was very impressed with them, with their setup. The only thing they had was exuberance, which most of them don't translate into goals. If we take more calmer head, they could have gotten 2-3 goals even before the Belgians went to the other end of the pitch to score. So Belgium better sit up. I wasn't, when everybody was tipping them last World Cup in Russia, I said, I'm not impressed. And Femi, that was the truth. And now, even after they play this game, they have 3 points, I'm still not impressed with Belgium. So I'm rather rooting for Canada against them. Hopefully, Canada can get their hands together and get to progress from the group.
Okay, so Canada, they were returning to the World Cup after 36 years absence. Yeah, and after this tournament also, I do not see Belgium maybe sticking with Roberto Martinez much longer. Okay, this is where we will be drawing the curtain on today's episode of Yesterday at the World Cup. Well, quickly, let's tell you about the fixtures of the game that will be taking place today. Remember, Cameroon will be opening the fixtures for today against Switzerland. You have Uruguay, South Korea, as well as that match we've been waiting for, Portugal versus the Black Stars of Ghana. And finally, Brazil will be kicking off their campaign, and that will be against Serbia. So we wish all the African representatives all the best, but Ghana and Cameroon, we hope that there's going to be an upset today. At least the Asians, they've done 2 now. At least let Africa really earnestly kicking our own campaign at the tournament. Guys, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you, Femi.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, all right. So viewers, thank you for sticking with us. Tomorrow, wait for us until we bring you another Yesterday at the World Cup. Don't forget that after Ghana's match today, we'll be bringing you a review of that game to see how the Black Stars perform. But we hope that we will be coming with smiles on our faces. So see you later. Bye for now.